Hey YouTube, how are y'all doing tonight? It's kind of wet outside. I don't know if you can see through the window behind me, but so it's been kind of messy outside. Sorry about the glare. So I'm helping a family member out with their house, and we're doing some work on, covering the camera up, doing some work on the kitchen, and they had some countertops that the Formica was peeling up, and we wanted to figure out a better way to do it. They didn't have it in the budget to put in new countertops, so we're trying something new. So let me show you what we've got. All right. So this is what we're going to do. This is a epoxy coating that you paint onto the countertops. As you see right here, this is what they had. This is 1970s Formica on plywood, and the Formica's separating, so it's just a mess. So instead of doing full countertops throughout the kitchen, we're going to try this. This is a paint on epoxy. It's supposed to be able to be used on Formica, plywood, concrete, pretty much any MDF, pretty much anything. So we're going to try it out and see. I'm not sponsored by these people. In fact, this is the first time I've ever used their product, so I figured I'd bring y'all along for the ride. So you start off with a black base paint, and when you get the kit, it comes, this one's kind of separated, it comes with 3 paints that are your top coat paints. It comes with rollers, brushes, it comes with sponges for painting. Somewhere around here I've got a can of black base paint that came with it, and then the final coat is a roll-on acrylic top coat that goes on it. So gonna give it a shot. Let me show you what we did. Alright, so the first thing we did is protected the cabinets. Got a piece that came loose. Protected the cabinets, protected the floor to make sure paint didn't get anywhere. We came in, we filled all the gaps, the nail holes, the screw holes, things like that, after removing the loose Formica. And we puttied them in and we scuff sanded it lightly. We didn't really do a whole lot of really smoothing it out because we want some texture in it. The next thing we did is you can see this black in here. It's a flat black base coat, so we rolled the entire counter with that flat black base. You let that dry for about 8 hours, then we came back and we started the first coat. And the first coat, sorry about the mess and the seasickness. The first coat was this brown feldspar, and we just dipped our paint in, splotched it on, and it gave us the coating you see there. Now we're going back with a second coat. Let me turn it around. And it is called Inca Gold. And we'll dip it in, and then we'll go over the top of this. So let me show you how that's done. If I can do this one-handed, we'll see. So up here I've got my bowl with my sponge and my paint in it, and I've already done some of this area, so we're going to start right here. And all you do is just blot it around. It says if you end up with blotches like that, it means that you're pressing down too hard with the sponge. So, got a little bit there. Alright, so we just go over it, and you want to try to do this in a somewhat random pattern, but you want to overlap the previous coating so that you get a good mix. You don't want to, have kind of I'm trying to think of what the wording I want to use. You want to make sure there's no voids so that this gets good coverage and you get a good pattern on the countertop. Because if you don't, then you have voids and you see that it's not a good looking finish. And so as you do it, you're going to start seeing this pattern, because this already has the 2 coats in it. So it's getting there, it's looking better. So let me finish this up and then I'll bring you back and we'll see what the 3rd coat looks like. Okay, so now we've got the limestone white down, which is the 3rd color. And I don't know, it doesn't look horrible, but I don't think it looks like the picture. So, it might work out just fine. We'll have to see. I'll let the wife come look at it and see what she thinks. Alright, so the next step is to let this dry, and then a clear coat, acrylic clear coat topping goes on top of it to make it waterproof and resistant and usable as a countertop. So yeah, next step, let's let the wife look at it. Alright, so my wife came back and said it looked too overly white. It didn't look tan like we wanted it to, so we added a 3rd coat of the tan over the top of the last coat of white, and it toned down that white and gave it a much more tan appearance, which will go well with that linoleum which just got put down. So I think that'll work out good. Let this dry and then we'll put the clear coat on. Putting the base coat down. A lovely black.
If it was filled in. I just headbutted this.
You just headbutted the...
Yeah. It was not nice.
Yeah, Stephen, there's places you might have to come out and say the color's black. Cause
Alright, so there's the finished product. Now this side is on plywood, so if you look in real close you can actually still see some of the knot holes, some of the grain and stuff in the plywood. So yeah, could have been a little better. This side actually turned out really well. This is over Formica, and as you get closer you can see it's really smooth. There's no grain or anything like that, so it turned out nice as well. So yeah, not a bad little project. Hey y'all, so that was the project where we did the countertop for the family member, and they were happy with it. It turned out really good. Quick project. Wasn't as nice as, buying brand new countertops and things like that. But in a pinch where money is very tight, and you don't want to spend a ton of money to put in new solid surface or something like that, or where in that house, the countertops were actually built in with the counter cabinets. And so in order to take the tops out, we would have had to have torn the part of the cabinets out as well. Would have made things very difficult, very costly. So it was a good option. Overall, it was an easy project to use, easy product to use, and me and the kids had fun with it, so that was a good thing. Got to spend time with them. So it was neat, something different. Hope y'all enjoyed it. No, it's not fabrication, metalwork, things like that, but it's something creative. And like I said, that's what this channel's about, having fun, doing creative things, and just enjoying ourselves. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having another great day in paradise. We'll see you on the next one.